Hello and welcome. Oh no, I might have turned myself down too much.
Hi, Clark.
Hi, sister. No, wait. Whoa.
That seems really loud.
It's crazy how just a little bit of movement makes it change it that much.
Now your audio waves look very similar to mine.
Yeah, well, I guess they do look pretty similar. Let's see. Hello.
Hello?
Thank you for coming out to our live show in the Funny Bone. Where are we?
We're in Columbus, Ohio. OH!
Don't leave us hanging.
OH!
Oh, yeah, all right.
I heard they like that here.
Yeah. Listen, everybody, this is a special live from Ohio episode, so don't expect any voice effects.
We don't do that live. We might have the capability one day. Not now.
Not today, so Sister Marble, DG, Tristan, any character that has a fucked up voice, they're just going to sound normal, so just use your imagination.
If y'all wanted maybe one day for live episodes to have the effects, click our ads.
Right, we would have to have, yes. This podcast is brought to you by Anchor.
Anchor. It's the app that lets you do podcasts. Get your podcast on any network. We have confirmed it is on the Play Network, the Play Store.
Now, without further ado, MOATAIF, episode 121. I love you, Brenda.
I love you too, Roddy.
I guess it's Brenda and Artie.
Right. Right, yeah.
That's weird. Maybe it's the funny bone inside their mind.
Oh, shit.
That's weird.
Their literal funny bone.
Why did they introduce it? What kind of Inception bullshit is this? Okay.
Whoa. In just 13 seconds, bullets are going to be ricocheting through that field. You people need to get down and crawl through that barbed wire fence.
Sister, no, I have
Sister No.
osteoporosis.
I am Sister Marble.
That's
Beverly.
what I meant.
Whoa. Private Beverly Hillbillies.
You're driving me crazy. I can't think. I'm tired, Sister Marble. Can I relax?
Beverly, let me ask you a question. Whoa.
Circling around me scares me.
Do you think the Nazis were resting when Hitler moved into Poland, or were they actively fighting with everything they had?
How am I? You think just because I'm old, I'm expected to know that?
I guess I just assumed you were educated.
Well, I mean, I could only assume.
Well, listen here. This prophecy bullshit is serious, and I'm here to tell you Big Red is going to come here, and we need to be prepared. Now,
What?
the Magic Man sent me here. You remember him?
Yes, I know.
He's serious stuff.
That's what I hear, Sister Marble. I'm sorry.
I just don't understand what this has to do with us. Why does he want to kill us?
Something's always wanting to kill us, Clark.
It's not that he necessarily wants to kill you, Brother Clark. It's just that, whoa. You got in the way of a massive prophecy that was set in the year 11.
Well, if it's a prophecy, wouldn't it have foretold, Clark?
Yeah, doesn't that show that there's some sort of plot hole? I mean, I'm not in the prophecy.
Whoa. Isn't it right here?
Yeah, that's it.
You see that?
Yeah.
Doesn't that look like you, Brother Clark?
Oh my God, Clark, you're famous. You're on a prophecy.
That doesn't really look like... Why does it look like me?
Prophet.
Well, Brother Clark, it's your signature wife beater and your mole and your mustache.
It's just like, how did we not notice this?
Exactly. And look, it's you right next to an old lady. That's you, Beverly.
Sister Marble, did you learn manners as a marble?
No, but, I didn't mean necessarily that you're an old lady, but,
He said he's next to the old lady who looks just like me.
Well, if the shoe fits, Private, now get under the barbed wire or your bullets are going to ricochet.
For heaven's sake, okay. Oh, the barbed wire. Why'd you put the barbed wire above me? Marble.
Why would she set up a barbed wire? Like, his sister know? Does the prophecy say she's going to set up a barbed wire trap, like from Jigsaw?
No, it's just that that's what they do in boot camp. I don't know. Have you ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yes, in fact, I have.
Pretty good movie. Whoa. Is that the one where the guy blows his brains out?
Yeah, he blows his brains out within the first 30 minutes.
I gotta say, yeah, the rest of the movie, awful.
Not awful. It's just not like the first half. It's weird that they would do that.
It's like a really different movie, and I don't know. Whoa. I personally think Stanley Kubrick is overrated because all of his movies are okay.
What about the moon landing?
You think he... Whoa. They didn't land on the moon?
Sister Marble, have you been living in a paint can? No.
Well, actually, that... Yeah,
You don't have to be embarrassed of being a bartender around us, Marble. Why did you tell people that you were working as a spray paint thing?
well, because when marbles... Listen, you know how, like, greyhounds, when they are on the dogs and they race them, and then when the greyhounds retire, they just go live in Florida somewhere?
Yeah.
Well, when a marble retires from the sand marble tournament, they send them down and they make them go into spray paint cans.
Hold on, you were in the sand marble tournament?
No, I never was, but I had different aspirations.
So why are you talking about retiring from the sand marble tournament if you weren't in it?
Well, I just associate with my mama, Big Pearl.
Huh?
Oh, I guess you don't know that, do you?
Your sister,
shit.
your big sister Marble is Big Pearl's daughter.
That's so crazy. Can I have your mother's autograph?
Well, now I'll happily salute you and do what all you had to say was Big Pearl.
Well, fuck, I didn't know that you got, how many other, are there any other famous marbles?
I would say Big Pearl is the most famous. Maybe,
There's just no reason to assume that
Slimer.
There's just no reason to assume that you have to come from a famous marble. You could be a nobody's child.
Of course, we only know a few marbles, but wow.
I'm really glad that it changed your opinion of me, but I'm sorry that you took a bullet in the round.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to pretend to be in a paint can.
I just don't know. Sister, no, it really messed me up being in the cocktail mixer, I'll tell you what.
She'd knock your brain silly.
Oh, yeah.
She drinks a lot.
Sister, no, yeah, she's kind of abusive. There's no doubt about it. And what crossed the line is, oh my God, you guys don't even know, do you?
Sister Marble,
What are you talking about?
We've hardly spoke to you. We don't know most of what happened.
Oh God. Whoa. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but whoa. Maybe I should just show you. Well, there's no cell service out here. Listen, Sister, no, killed your animals.
What? What do you mean?
What are you talking about? My animals are safe and sound at my sister's house.
That's
That's
not exactly. I guess we got there before she did.
What are you talking about? Sister Marble, what are you insinuating?
We got there before your sister did.
What's happened to Pisser?
Little Pisser's dead.
What do you mean?
Little Pisser's dead?
Yes, Sister No snapped her neck and then shot her when she came back to life.
I'm gonna kill her!
That's why I'm trying to prepare you for battle, Beverly, because she's really twisted.
Oh my God, DG.
It's
DG.
What's up, dudes?
Oh, we're just preparing for battle.
Hi, GG.
We're preparing for battle.
What are you talking about? Preparing for battle? What's this little marble doing
Whoa.
here?
Hi, mister.
What are you doing? Is that whole thing talking to me?
DG, are you really going to pretend like we didn't see each other at the Survivor after party? I know we were on different seasons, but come on.
Dude.
You're really acting like that. Come on.
I'm sorry, dude.
Come on.
You know marbles look kind of similar. Like,
Give me
I've
some
only
skin.
met a couple sentient marbles in my entire life, dude. You got pretty far, little dude. But
Not as far as you. Not as
Thank
far
you.
as you.
Right,
Damn
right,
Shangi. Damn Shangi just played a better game than I did in my season. Fuck. It's cool
Yeah.
that we all hang out outside of the game, though. Anyway,
not sure. I didn't know you were here on Goat Island, dude.
I just got here. Yeah.
How the hell? How's everybody getting here?
Well-
Clark, this is your idea, dude.
No, I didn't have
By the
anything
way.
to do with it.
Hooves.
Hey, DG, I missed you. Nuts on that one.
So, how you doing, Beverly?
Oh, can't complain, DG. Well, I could, but it wouldn't do me any good.
Things have gotten really crazy here, DG.
Yeah.
We've really missed you since
Yeah.
you've been out exploring.
Oh, dude, it's been awesome, dude. I've gone through 10 ATVs already.
Oh my god, serious? I mean, it's like money's
Run 'em to
no
the
issue
fucking
on you.
bud. Dude, I always said when I was a little goat, if there was anything I could do, I would get an all-terrain vehicle.
Well, I'm glad that you finally got your wish to come through because, I mean, if anything, with $1 million, you should make your wishes come true.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Life
Enjoying
short,
retirement?
dude. Am I enjoying my retirement?
Yeah, since you know,
I'm still working.
well, you left the cheese plant, I mean.
Well, I mean, I retired from the cheese plant, but I'm still doing shit. I'm making appearances. Like,
Oh.
gonna cash in on Survivor as much as I can, dude.
Whoa. Have you set up Cameo?
Oh, yeah, of course I got Cameo.
I made more on Cameo than I made from residuals on the damned episode.
Listen, what's your secret, dude? Because I got my price at like $50. Nobody's biting. How much is yours?
150.
100. People are paying for that?
Yeah, oh yeah, they
You
want
didn't even
quality.
win Survivor.
I know. But that was, I guess I got some I guess, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm Big Pearl's daughter.
You're Big Pearl's daughter. What are you talking about? What?
Yeah, we just found out. Isn't that crazy?
Right.
Why would, I mean, I guess it's like,
This little thing.
yeah, I know.
That little thing's as quick as your mom.
Well, I never really did much racing. Shit kind of disappointed her.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't talk much.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's not your fault.
I mean,
Kind of made it awkward, Sister Marvel, but anyway, DG, you're not going to believe this. While you were gone, we discovered this crazy prophecy that basically says we're all going to die.
oh, you like Discover Bertram's?
Oh, you knew about it?
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
shit,
I
I mean,
worked with the dude for a long time, but like,
Well, and
dude,
it's-
I knew about his fucking prophecy, but he couldn't bite me in ATV.
I guess it's like the stuff of legends, you grow up around it, you hear about it, like, Loch Ness Monster, that kind of shit.
So like you've seen it, like with your. I've only heard of it.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
seen
right
it?
over here. We accidentally broke it,
Oh,
but we got it fixed.
that's gnarly.
Yeah, you see, and that's me, and that's
That looks just like
that's
you.
Beverly, right?
The old lady, it looks just like her.
Yeah, dude. It's even got the fucking saggy skin. Beverly, that's totally. I'm gonna go inside.
Oh, Beverly, they don't mean it like that.
I'm gonna go inside. I'm 93. 93.
You look lovely, baby.
Thank you.
I love you.
DG, you don't look a day over 4.
Oh, sorry, Beverly. I didn't mean anything like bad by it.
Whoa. Just. I'll be back. I need to take a nap.
Have a good nap, baby.
Seems like something an old broad would do.
I think she still has mad coat disease, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, dude. Like the effects stay around like for a while. Dude.
Well, and I know now we got all these damn variants going around. The lambda variant, the lamb variant of the mad goat disease. Fucking
I hear the
ridiculous.
lamb variant's even more gnarlier than the first.
I know.
Truly don't know how I avoided the mad goat disease.
It's just probably the $1 million. You got vaccinated, right?
No.
Oh. Well, whatever, but Sister Marble has been running some drills with us if you want to, participate, just in case Sister...
Drills for what, though? The prophecy?
Yeah, Sister, no.
How are you going to prepare for a prophecy? Isn't it supposed to already happen?
I guess you're right, but Sister Marble at least thinks, like, we don't necessarily see nowhere in the prophecy. It shows us, but it doesn't show us dead.
Oh, well, I mean, does it show me?
No.
Oh, well, I mean...
But you're going to be on Goat Island, right? And if she comes to storm Goat Island, I mean, she could kill you. So, I mean, maybe you need to learn some evasive maneuvers, too.
Dude, I got my ATV. Like, I got all the I got all the invasive maneuvers I can do. I went through 10 of these suckers. I know how to use it. Watch this. Drifting around a marble, dude.
Whoa, that's so cool. That's so cool. And you know what? DG!
Yeah, what's up, little marble?
With your money and my cameo money combined, I bet we could really armor this thing up and put some, like, weapons on it.
Oh, you want to put guns on my ATV?
Well, if we're gearing up for a battle,
I'm down.
DG, we should totally do that.
I'm down, but, like, can we put, like, beanbags?
Oh, yeah! Like, so you want some, like, something peaceful?
We're going to be fighting Big Red? Is that something we're doing?
I think so. I mean, I don't really know where. I just think maybe more so at least Sister No, because she's evil.
You know, this girl I went to school with in high school, she actually, like, had a thing with them.
Really?
That's what I hear. I mean, you can't believe everything you hear, but, like, she, like, you know, but when she came back, her hole was certainly the size, you know. She was my girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Was that before he was a big red penis or after?
After, dude.
He's
been a big red penis for as long as we know.
Fuck.
Yeah. She wanted to take a break. Didn't see her for 2 weeks.
And that's what she did.
She comes back, and I swear to God, her vagina's the size of a fucking...
You
like
know...
a large pizza. Maybe extra large.
Oh my God. You know, since Shelly Ann's been back, well, she's gone again, but Tristan and Shelly Ann didn't have sex because Shelly Ann said she was hurting.
What are you implying about Shelly? She's a righteous woman, dude. She wouldn't.
Well, they say this guy rapes. I mean, maybe she didn't have a
the power
choice.
of Christ compels him.
You're right, DG.
You know
I don't know. No, I didn't know that.
We never talked about that?
No, we never really have talked much about religion, but, you know, since you don't work for me anymore, I could totally tell you that, you know, I'm kind of more agnostic.
You're what?
It's not gonna change anything,
You
is
want
it?
the power of nothing on your side for this battle, dude? And you believe in a prophecy? But, like, what are you agnostic about? There's totally a fucking God, dude. Like, something fucking created me. I remember it.
You remember it?
I remember being created.
Well, I mean, like, you sort of, like, you talking like Alan Jackson and, like, God taught me, and he told me this from when I was young.
Nah, dude, just, like, once, like, I don't, like, remember my childhood. I just remember, like, being me. I just remember the first day I was me.
That's weird, isn't it?
You remember, like, any, like, shit from your... It's like you have, like, memories and shit of, like, things you say, but, like, at the same time, it's just like, I don't remember that, dude.
I think I know what you mean.
I understood that, like, it happened to me, but, like, I just appeared here as DG.
You know, I kind of know what you're meaning. Like, I kind of remember sometimes, like, I dream and I feel like I'm falling, and then I hit the ground and I wake up, and that's what I think about that a lot.
I mean, yeah, the falling dream, I mean, but, like, I don't know. There's got to be something that created us, and I just think it's God.
I don't know. Maybe it's something like God, but cooler.
I mean, why couldn't it be a sweet-ass God, dude? My God's fucking awesome. My God is my best friend. My God is literally my fucking life.
I love that for you.
It's my lover, dude.
Really, you love God?
Oh, dude, I fucking jerk off to Jesus all the time.
I bet he really likes that.
My Jesus is like, he looks kind of like Yngwie Malmsteen, dude. Like, he's a fucking guitar god.
Okay.
He shreds.
All right. Yeah, he does sound really cool.
Right. Like, you know, I suck his dick with my goat mouth. The holy phallus, dude.
For sure, DG. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, everybody has to believe in something, you know, if that's what helps you get through this. But, you know, I really did think maybe, you know, because you don't know about Sister No, but I saw her kill a man with basically her mind power. She made him explode with her mind.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yo, yeah, this is a witch, basically, that's coming here.
Yeah, she's a witch. She killed a cat and a dog. She gonna come here and kill goats, I swear.
Well, she better not fucking come here and kill goats. If I hear of one goat that got killed, I will definitely be on it because I'm security for the island. Well,
that's true, yeah.
I've given that job to myself, but, you know, like, I do have my bounty hunter's license. Officially got that after the show, so, like, gonna hunt her down.
Oh, really?
I could.
Well,
I have the licensure.
Well, DG, there's more to the story that I haven't even told Clark yet, and,
what's going on?
Sister No, whoa. She's on Big Red Penis Island right now.
What are you... What are you talking about? How
What do you mean? She's already
did
there?
she get here, dude? What?
Well, whoa. You remember how I said I was a cocktail mixer?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't mean...
Wait.
Whoa, I do mean...
What is she talking about, dude?
DG, it's... When we got there, there's this weird-ass bar in this time travel museum where this crazy guy works. And he makes these cocktails that transport you here. That's how we got here.
Is that how you dudes ended up here?
Yeah, and, whoa. After I left the cult, I had nowhere to go. And I saw a sign for the museum, and I just thought that sounded really cool. You know, they have bed sets of all the people who related to time travel. They have the bed set.
All the people that were related to time travel.
It sounds like a really stupid fucking exhibit. I never understood. It's a stupid museum.
It wasn't very well attended, but they had a donors lounge, and, well, I got back in there, and that's where I met the Magic Man, and he took me in, and he was really nice.
You met a holy man?
Yeah, his name's Magic Man. I mean, I don't know what his name is, but... And he sent me here because, well, I sent her to Big Red Penis Island.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that, little marble?
Well, I thought that maybe if I sent her there that Big Red would rape and kill her and it would solve our problem, but it sounds like all I did was make the prophecy happen faster.
Oh, Sister Marble, here, hop up on me.
Okay.
Dude.
Whoa.
You can't feel bad about this mistake, dude. It was a prophecy. It was meant to happen.
It's not your fault, even if you did accelerate it.
I think what makes you a stand-up fucking sphere, dude, is that you fucking want to stop her. You were a part of it, now you want to stop it.
You have a conscience.
Yeah, Clark, I seen her kill your kitty and your puppy was the worst thing I ever saw.
I can't believe she'd do something like that.
I refuse to process it. Don't even...
Just repress it, Clark.
I'm going to.
No need
yeah.
to even think about it right now.
Oh
my god, dude.
What are we going to do?
Well, DG said he has his bounty hunting license, and he's
I said I had it. I didn't say I wanted to go after, would go after, a big dick that's gonna, ruin the whole world.
Well, you did say that you would hunt her down, so, I mean...
that was just kind of talking. I didn't know we were, completely... I was just saying, if she was here, I would do it. I didn't...
Well, now she is here.
Well, I didn't know that she was here before we did do it.
Are you seriously pussing out? You're the sole survivor. Are you serious?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Jeff Probst would be so disappointed in you. You did so much shit out there. I saw it on the screen. You made alliance that you coasted, but you won immunities when you needed to. You played immunity chat. I think you played even an immunity idol, if I'm not mistaken. You knew how to navigate.
Think I might have.
You knew how to navigate the social politics, and you're going to run away from this challenge? Ugh.
It's not like the producers were gonna let me die on Survivor, dude. I could genuinely die right now. It's
you're right.
Okay, if I go hunt him down, this ATV isn't gonna get me across the ocean, dude.
Well,
I need an amphibious ATV.
You have $1 million, don't you?
Well, not all of it.
How much did you spend, dearie?
Why is that any of your business, Marble? How much did yours spend?
Well, I'm currently making money on Cameo. Apparently, you need to make some ads for your Cameo.
Okay. I don't want to talk about how much... I have enough to buy one, but, why should I have to buy one for a job that I, am being put up to? Why couldn't the cheese farm put
the cheese factory, Capital Cheese, it's kind of just making money enough to break even at this point.
How are you... What? You're making just enough money to... Do you know how much fucking cheese we produce there?
Dude, you have no idea how bad that one shipment set me back. Introducing currency really set us back. Big time.
So you don't have enough to fund it? Because I was kind of hoping that, once I was done with this, I'd come back to work there and,
Oh, your job, DG.
Maybe be on the board of directors or something.
DG, your Capital Cheese always has a home for you.
Well, it sounds like you don't have enough money to pay me. Just take my whole year's salary. Give it to me right now. Go buy an amphibious vehicle.
Well, see, I couldn't do that, but I could pay you a salary over. Listen,
Could you give me a submarine?
we'll talk with Barbara and we'll hammer out the negotiations, okay?
Oh, I fucking hate Barbara, dude.
Well, boys, the main thing is we gotta get over there and do something. We can't just sit here like sitting ducks.
When are we gonna leave by?
Whoa. How long do you think it's gonna take to armor this thing up?
I mean, I thought you would take it to a mechanic. Like, I thought, like, maybe you would figure out the logistics.
Where am I gonna take it to a mechanic out here in the middle of the island, dumbass?
I don't know, dude.
Use your head, Private. DG,
What?
you coughing?
Yeah?
You said you're unvaccinated? Whoa.
Listen, I don't have mad goat disease, dude. I just smoke a lot of goat weed.
Whoa. Okay, well, that does make a lot of sense. You do kind of seem like that kind of guy.
You know, I'm the one who convinced Bertram to make it legal, right?
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Do you smoke?
No. Never have.
Alright.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean.
Should we?
Sister Marble, you want to smoke goat weed?
That's so cool. If Sister
Yeah.
Marble does, I will.
Alright, here, let me light one up.
Whoa. I just feel so stressed out, and I've heard it makes you relax. Is that true?
Sister Marble, you're gonna be relaxing.
Okay, hang on.
Hold on, let me light it again for you.
Okay.
That was a good one. Pass it over to Clark.
Oh, shit.
Clark, take this. What are y'all doing out here?
Oh, nothing.
Y'all smoking goat weed?
I haven't hit it.
Puff pass, Clark.
Oh, okay.
Puff pass.
Yes.
Y'all smoking goat weed
Oh
with
my-
the boys.
Oh, here we go, Beverly.
Hold on. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Yeah. Just let that sink in a little bit, dudes.
I feel so good.
How you feeling, Clark?
I feel good.
You alive, dude?
I'm good.
You
Marble.
Whoa. I'm here. I feel so relaxed, I'm not even worried about not any bullshit. That's for goddamn sure.
Isn't it weird how your hair is the same? The hair on your head is the same hair on your armpits.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right, but it's different on your pubes.
No, not for me. You know the
What-
carpet matches the drapes.
No, I know that, but it's a different texture. Why are pubes a different texture than the head on
Some
your hair?
people have pubes on their head.
Michael Pickleboy Green, he has a pube beard.
I have a pube.
I didn't know you were ready to openly address your PCOS. Beverly
Everybody
has
knows about-
PCOS.
Does everybody know about my PCOS here
Well,
already?
we all kind of assumed because we saw your beard, but it's not nice to talk about. My 7th grade English teacher, Kelly Stoles, she was kind of like an ape. She had hair on her arms, and she was hairy as sin. She had PCOS.
Dude, Beverly, like, it's nothing like, I mean, of course, the first thing I noticed about you was your beard. But, like, everybody here on Goat Island has a beard, so, like, even the chicks do.
We didn't even really, and I love you regardless. I mean,
You know, I used to shave it.
no, nothing to be ashamed
When I
of.
was a little girl, they thought I was a freak of nature. People didn't talk about PCOS at all. And now all of you guys know about it, and you know I actively have it.
Oh yeah.
Can I grow this thing out, Clark?
Well, I mean, yeah. To be supportive, yes.
Okay, I'm doing it. She's doing it.
Oh, you know what, guys? I got an idea. Let's smoke a little bit more weed. And you know what we
like
should
your
do?
Steyr sister Marble.
And then we should just go over there and see what we can see in the ATV.
What are you talking about?
Well, I just thought maybe, we could take a ride in the goat ATV, and if we see big red penis island, then we see it. Why
All
not?
right, let's do it. Here you go, Sister Marble.
Okay.
I don't know how much is left in there.
Okay, I mean, I'm always trying to hit Jay. Oh, wait. You got a lighter?
Hold on, I'm gonna top you off real quick.
Oh, okay.
Here's the lighter,
Thank
but
you.
don't hit it quite yet, because I'm about to top you off.
Why do they say at the gas station, don't top off your fuel? Well, when are you supposed to know? You're supposed to get to empty every time? I mean, damn.
What are you talking about? Don't top off your fuel. Doesn't it mean like when you top off your fuel, like your full tank? What does that have to do with being empty, dude?
Oh, I don't fucking know, boy. Oh, shit.
Oh, this really helps my arthritis. Wow, I feel so much like I can move. I'm not in pain.
Let's get in that ATV.
Dude, Def Leppard is one of the best bands.
Ask me that shit again, DJ.
Oh, here you go, sister. Best band of all time,
I
Def Leppard.
completely agree. You want some Clark?
Oh, no.
I'll take hold of the car.
Oh, yeah, I guess Beverly's next in line.
Hold it in as long as you can, Beverly. Keep breathing, Oh, shit.
Straight to the ass, bitch. Oh, damn. Here you go, Clark.
No shit, they had to repack it. Thanks a lot.
Y'all, dude, like, there's like a boat that's getting off over there. Y'all seeing this?
Hang on, what is it?
Look over at the Penis Island, dude.
Oh yeah, thanks for the binoculars.
Oh, you're welcome,
It's
dude.
cool that you bought like all these different binoculars.
Came with the ATV, that's why I bought it.
Beverly, do you like the opera glasses that he got for you? The opera binoculars?
Very fancy. Ooh. Still can't see very well with the binoculars, but, that's just because with old age, and I have PCOS, and I'm proud.
Wait, what's that bag moving? Do you see that? They're unloading a bag.
What the fuck is that, dude?
Hang on. Okay, so that looks like... Oh my god, that's Sister No. DG, look. You see that lady with the gray hair? That's Sister No.
That's Sister No?
Yes.
Ew.
She's a witch. Now, she's a little... She doesn't seem like much. I mean, she's an overweight woman, but she is much more deceiving than she appears to be.
You can't trust that bitch as far as you can throw her, and as you can tell, you can't throw her.
I couldn't throw her. Really bad vibes from this dude. Like, I don't know, like, why are we here again?
Well,
Hondo?
It was just my idea. I thought it would be cool, but you're right. It's kind of creepy, Big DG.
There's something moving in that bag, dude.
What's she doing? Is it another cat? Oh my god, what is she killing goats on Big Red Penis Island?
In that bag, dude. Like, that thing's alive, dude.
what could it be? Hang on, they're opening it.
Oh my god.
It's Tristan!
Oh my god, dude. We gotta get over there.
Well, we can't, DG. We would be killed instantly. We're not prepared for this.
Dude, Tristan's not gonna survive this.
What if she kills Tristan? Are you willing to lose Tristan?
No,
I'm
I'm swimming.
DG!
DG!
Stop me, dude.
DG, no! DG! DG! DG!
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 boom, 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 boom. Meow, 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 boom, 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 boom. So ridiculous. Folks, hello and welcome to MOATAIF. We're back.
Welcome.
We're back in Ohio. We're back together.
Not at the Funny Bone.
Not at the Funny Bone, in fact, but we are in Columbus, Ohio, home of the AIDS. Well, actually,
No,
home
it's
of the
not.
police shootings.
What?
Don't police shoot people here, black people?
That happened like one time.
A cab. I love the conversation that Sister Carissa and like the Magic Man had at the bar where they're like, I believe it is bastards. Let them be born out of wedlock. Folks, you might be wondering why we started Hell. I hope you're old enough, if you're listening, I hope you're old enough to remember Jackass and you recognize the tune so you're not really questioning what's going on and you're like, they're going to be talking about Jackass because I remember the song. I mean, hey, it's possible that sounded fucking ridiculous and you're like, you know.
You didn't even recognize
Yeah,
it?
exactly. But if we're going to be talking about Jackass, the series of films.
Not the TV show.
Not the TV show, though
Theatrical
definitely
releases
worth
of it.
watching, I
Well,
guess, but...
Not even theatrical releases. We watched past that.
Yeah, we also watched DVD, straight to DVD, the .5s. Well, really only 2.5 if we're being honest. But we did watch...
We did watch 3.5.
We watched a whole day of Jackass content. Now, this was originally, the week that we're filming this, actually, the day we're filming this, was actually supposed to be the day that Jackass Forever, or Jackass 4, is coming out. It was supposed to come out October 21st, 2021. That was enough for me to hop in the car and drive up to Ohio and plan a trip to spend it with my brother, because we want these movies
fans.
are, we're big fans of the series individually, but also when we lived together in Ohio, when we lived together at the retreat, we would watch them a lot as well.
You may think strictly just because we didn't have internet, but I feel like we would have watched them anyway. Even if we
Oh,
didn't.
for sure. It was just, by the time we watched them, so at the time we would go to like a fucking buyback, which I really miss.
Yeah,
Loved the
Buyback in
buyback
Springfield,
store.
Ohio.
And even the one in fucking Beaver Creek's closed too now by this day and age. Just doesn't exist anymore as a company, and I'm gutted to hear it, because I really did enjoy like buying DVDs there, selling DVDs there.
I think there's one.
Really?
I think there's one in Ohio.
I wish it to be the case, but it's just a dying art.
Used DVD stores,
Yeah.
used game stores. Like, nobody wants them.
Nobody wants them. It's all in the cloud now, but hell, like I said, even when you watch a DVD, you see on a smart TV, it tells you where you can fucking stream it these days. So
Right.
it's obviously it's easier, but there's something to be said about physical media, and I loved going to the store, and we ended up finding like all of the Jackass movies, all of the
a rare one of,
.5s.
like Steve-O did.
Yeah, exactly. It was like don't try this at home, like a Steve-O compilation. Yeah,
Some
we
random DVD he released.
and we were binge watching the hell out of it. We'd get
yeah.
stoned and we'd watch it. And I mean, it's always been nostalgic. It always has the vibe of hanging out with the boys. And the main thing is, especially with Jackass 4, the whole vibe is kind of getting the gang back together. And, it's been so long since the last movie, like 11 years since the last one came out.
I wonder if they thought 3 would be the last.
I think so.
You think?
Yeah, I think they were probably... Well, I don't know. They
trilogy?
could have done more, but it's, it's usually 3 is a good number to end with.
Yeah.
I don't know, but now, so part of it was like, well, if that's what the emphasis of the movie is, it's going to be really emotional to be watching this by myself, because the whole time I'm just going to be thinking of my own friend that I wish I was seeing it with,
Right.
getting the band back together. Well, what does
it
that
wouldn't
make
be
me
the
think
same.
of? Right. I want to see it with my best friend. So that's why I'm here. Well, they delayed the movie because of COVID, folks. That's what they say.
Or because of Bam Margera. We're not sure.
We're not exactly sure. We know Bam's not in the movie, but he filed a lawsuit and all that, blah blah blah. I hope the movie comes out still, but in that honor, we decided to go ahead and binge watch the flicks, because the movie's still supposed to come out in February as of this recording. So we
just wanna
decided,
honor the Jackass boys.
yeah, honor the Jackass boys. They were on our mind because the movie was supposed to come out today. So, we decided that we're just going to go ahead and talk about the series as a whole, just not really a review, but kind of a review, but just kind of a retrospective on the Jackass movie series, our thoughts on opinions on it, the traditions of watching it, the nostalgia, that sort of thing. So definitely, if you haven't seen them, might be worth checking them out, because certainly...
I think somebody certainly should. Well, I made a comment while we were watching it that I think that, like, obviously, it's like before YouTube, all of this shit, like, you can see all of this shit on YouTube. Pretty much just stupid stunts that people do.
Oh, for sure.
But before YouTube was the thing, this is where you saw crazy shit like this. And I never saw shit like this ever.
Yeah, it's like America's Funniest Home Videos had a much more positive vibe. It was never
More
stuff
wholesome.
like that. And obviously as the series goes on, it gets more and more outrageous and a much bigger budget. And those, and it, like we were talking about, it kind of has like the Rhett and Link effect, where
So many
it
people
starts
involved.
out. Yeah, I mean, the first movie is just, obviously they had a whole crew there too, but it was a much smaller crew, and you could tell it was much
Low
lower
budget.
budget. It was just the guys and like a few cameramen. But then by Jackass 3, there's like production assistants, you know, probably writers who aren't even involved with as a stuntman, who wrote some of the ideas, who came up with the props, you know, that kind of stuff. Sort of like how Rhett and Link came from 2 people and now it's like a fucking commercial enterprise.
Yeah, they're like incorporated. Aren't
yeah.
They?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But yeah, Jeff Tremaine he became like a big time director, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
In his own respect. I don't know if he has the respect of his Hollywood.
His peers, yeah. I mean, all he really has directed are these Jackass movies. He's directed a few other things,
Didn't
too.
Did he direct that Eric Andre movie?
Yeah, he directed that. And he, what was it? Bad Trip. And he directed a concert movie. I'm pretty sure it was, I want to say One Direction, but I think that sounds wrong. That might be wrong.
One Direction?
But he directed some concert movie. I could be spreading fake news, but I'm not willing to look it up this second.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
RJ's going to look it up. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but I don't know. Pretty sure he directed some concert movie. So, you know, it starts out humbly enough. You know, there's some definite, gross out stuff. But a lot of it is, there's a lot of moments where it's just like, oh, yeah, that's what it was. The Dirt. It's
he directed The Dirt?
Yeah, The Dirt, which was the Motley Crue biopic for Netflix.
Why did he do that?
Yeah. That's like the weirdest thing that he directed.
The Dirt,
yeah.
didn't he?
But other than that, it's all Bad
There's
Grandpa.
A Bad Grandpa 0.5?
There is, yeah, Bad Grandpa 0.5. Yeah, certainly we didn't include Bad Grandpa. Now here's another thing. I watched Jackass meets Shark Week.
I remember you telling me about that.
It came out in preparation. Like, they started doing a media blitz because, like I said, this movie was supposed to come out today. So, like, they were really starting a media blitz. You know, like you were saying, you saw them, Steve-O and Wee Man did Hot Ones. And I saw them, Jackass Shark Week. It was so bad, and a lot of it was fake. But they did introduce, like, the new cast member, Poopsie, the black guy that's going to be joining the cast.
Is he the only new one?
I think there's another new person, but he was the only one. It was like Steve-O, Poopsie, and then like Johnny Knoxville filmed clips like via distance, which is so annoying. Like he just appeared like on Zoom.
Oh, just in Shark Week?
Yeah, on that thing.
Like Johnny Knoxville is just via distance?
No, I'm hoping he's in the movie. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I think he's definitely in the movie. But anyway, enough about Jackass 4. Jackass 1 through 3, I definitely think they still, stood up as good flicks. It's definitely a nostalgia factor at this point because, like, they're definitely, we were talking about the sound mixing is awful.
That's the first thing I noticed is the loud-ass sound and the quiet-ass dialogue. Mm-hmm. Really, is it made for theaters? I'm not sure. All I know is when I watch it at home, it sounds horrible. We had to just turn it down.
Turn it down and then up and then down and then up and then down.
But mainly just kept it down and put the subtitles on because we couldn't stand when it got that loud.
Exactly. With the screaming or with the music or
just some scenes
it was ridiculous. It just got so loud. And maybe we're just old, but I've been really noticing, we talked about this a little bit earlier, I've really noticed it a lot with movies. Like, I'm just constantly turning them up and turning them down because the music is so loud.
It's obnoxious.
It's ridiculous, and I don't know why it's mixed so poorly on, like, the TV. It's like they don't care anymore.
I don't know what it takes to be a sound engineer, but I could only imagine it's hard to
do for sure.
And to make it sound good on all things, but I feel like there should be at least, like, a TV mix.
Yeah, exactly.
You make a theater mix, which is boom.
Right. Maybe I'm realizing, like, there are different options on the TV for, like, audio settings, you know what I mean? I've just never used them.
Mine doesn't.
I feel like most, like with like video settings, and then there's also like audio where you can like switch it to like theater, mono, stereo.
My TV's pretty old, so I don't have shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I digress.
Mono and stereo, that's just like one speaker versus two.
I think I have that. Yeah. I digress. It's the sound design is terrible.
Small point, but yeah, it is. Across all 3 movies.
Now, I took some notes of a few different recurring segments so we could compare, but now I don't know there it is. I'm just like kind of barely sitting on my phone.
I took a few notes, but my phone died, so it'll have to be straight off of my high memory.
That's all right. Oh, so in the 2, I wrote down there were 2 different things where they did like riot tests on the boys. There was the one with the beanbag, which made it, you referenced it sort of in the improv.
DG wanted a beanbag.
Yeah.
Riot control gun on his ATV.
And they just shot that at Johnny right at his pubes level.
His pubes were hanging out.
And his pubes were hanging out, which we noticed. Johnny Knoxville is a fan of his pubes. Because later in the movie, when they did the terrorist prank, he only shaved a small patch of his pubes to give.
Right. They put it all his pubes on Danger Aaron's face. He only gave a small donation.
Yeah. Some people used it as an opportunity to shave all their pubes. But Johnny Knoxville just gave a small little patch. And that, coupled with the fact that he had him hanging out in the earlier scene.
Yeah, in the earlier movie.
Yeah, in the earlier movie. And God... he was sexy. I'm sorry. Like, if really...
he was chiseled.
There could be some nasty people, like, having their pubes hanging out, like we talked about, but, like, Johnny Knoxville having his pubes hanging out, that's hot.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's kind of gross, but, like, you made a good point, because you're like, what would you do if they were just, like, right next to you?
Right.
I'd be a little turned on Johnny Knoxville right next to me.
Like, I'm just thinking back, like, you remember when Luke Warren rubbed his penis on my elbow?
Yeah.
If I looked over and his pubes were hanging out, I probably would have went home and masturbated to it.
I thought you were going to say, like, I probably would have, like, grabbed his penis.
Well, I would have tried. I mean, if he was...
really rubbed... Like, you think he intentionally rubbed his penis on your elbow?
No, but, I mean, his elbow and my penis made contact. His elbow and my penis... his penis and my elbow made contact.
For how long?
It was a good, like... If I'm remembering correctly... And of course now it's almost 10 years ago, granted.
Lord.
But it was I want to say a 1, 2, 3 pass.
Like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Yeah, like he was like rocking back and forth, and he like leaned in
like
closer.
1, 2, 3. Did he linger on the 3?
It was kind of like he was like.
Or was it like a tap tap tap?
It was very short and like very inconsequential. You know what I mean? Like it was. He was, like, standing behind me while I was entering in data or something like that. And I had my elbow out on the side, like I was typing. And as he, like, leaned in, he was, like, swaying back and forth. And, like, his penis touched my elbow. Yeah, and I've thought about it to this day, Luke Warren. If you're out there. I know you run a successful meme page, but...
Big Luke the Freak, is that what his name is?
Something like that, yeah. And if your pubes were hanging out, dude, would have... Hey.
He's probably not gay.
No, he's not, but...
We thought you were.
We thought you were, and I definitely would have rode the pole, let me just say, Luke. Anyway, you remember when he and Karuna invited us out to... I know this is supposed to be about Jackass, but they invited us out to drink when we were at the inauguration, and I made us kind of turn it down, but... We were 16!
We weren't 16. We were 17.
Okay, still, I didn't drink.
Well, you were against underage
I know
drinking.
you had done some underage drinking, but I was emphatically against it.
You were a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, I was emphatically against it. But regardless,
Did you regret that time in your life?
No, not really, because I still don't really like alcohol.
But just underage, you were just against, like, you were just straight edge.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I totally wish, like, I had maybe, like, been a person that had been, like, invited to a party wherein I had, like, had sex, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah,
like I totally, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like, I wish I had gotten to the, that kind of, where I, that... Like you find out people were, yeah, like, you find out people were having sex at these, like, event, not,
To us,
mean?
It were like events where just, like, it was almost kind of mythical when I heard somebody had a party with alcohol.
Yeah,
like
exactly, right.
Everybody was just a bunch of do-gooders, I guess.
Anyway, we're off topic, but we can relate it to the fact that all of the Jackass boys are definitely on drugs and drunk through the entire process.
Oh my God, yeah. Steve-O's fucked up a lot. Johnny Knoxville's obviously on coke the entire time, I think.
The most direct it gets is in Jackass 2.5 when they show Preston doing the gorilla thing, the King Kong thing up on the porta potty, and they show him on the first day, and he's miserable, he's scared, he's up there shaking, and then not only that, but he's livid. And so when it ends, he's like, I'm done. And they even show him, he's like, I didn't think I would even be able to finish the movie because I was like so upset. Mm-hmm. And then they put up on screen 1 day and 4 Xanax later, and it's literally
night and day.
A visible difference. Up. He's like,
he's like so confident. You can see his face when they zoom in. He
was fucked up.
Fucked up.
And it
doesn't give a. And then at the end of it, Steve was like, That's why, like, whenever anything goes bad,
Xanax.
Xanax is the
Right.
answer.
Which is like so bad and like definitely
bad,
not the
right.
answer, kids. One pill, one time is all it takes.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about all that, but
That's what they. Well, I mean, that's what they say. Cole's Warriors, remember?
fuck Cole's Warriors.
Yeah, but you know, I was, you know, it definitely takes you back to, you know, a time hanging out with your friends, doing, you know, smoking some weed, doing stupid shit. You know, we never did anything like
We
that.
weren't bad at all, really.
We never did anything like that, but
Me and my cousins did stupid shit like that, but we never, you know, did drugs or whatever. But, you know, we would jump off of shit all the time. We would cause destruction and mayhem. It's just something boys like to do.
you're right.
And we both remarked that, you know, both of our significant others are not fans of Jackass
yes.
whatsoever. And they're both repulsed by the vulgarity.
Especially the puking and the shitting.
Abigail refuses to watch it.
Yeah.
She won't even watch a bit of it.
There's definitely, and it's like just it's a lot of stupid boys doing stupid stuff, like being violent for no reason, like, but it's
Hurting
fun.
each other, hitting each other in the balls, but it's just like, yeah.
It's like stupid, fun, you know.
Like that scene where fucking Preston, you know, big fat ass Preston sitting on the bench
Yeah.
and he falls off. I never remember laughing at that.
No.
Ever, but we found it funny.
It's a completely underrated moment. I don't think anybody's talking about it because, I mean, Preston doesn't have any good moments. I mean, I'm sure most of if you're just a casual fan of Jackass, you're like, who the fuck is Preston? He's the fat one, the morbidly
Right.
obese
You
one.
remember Preston Lacey? Yeah, he's the fat one.
The morbidly obese, like, kind of gay one.
He's
No
kinda gay.
offense,
He's
but,
kinda
you
gay.
know.
Very effeminate.
Yeah, and they sit him on this bench that's rigged to fail, and he goes and sits on it. It breaks, and when it breaks, it rips his pants. And as he stands up, there's like a pedestrian that had walked by, and like he just tries to stop and
old
help
man.
him. Yeah, it's an old man, and as he stands up, he's revealing his ass, which has been ripped open. His pants have been ripped open, revealing his bare ass, and he's standing there spreading it in front of this old man, going, like basically
Spreading
just
his ass
literally
for this man.
spreading his ass.
Funny.
Completely underrated moment. Usually with Preston, they just put him in underwear and have him chasing after Wee Man, and I've never thought that was funny.
No, I don't think most things that happen with Wee Man or Preston are funny.
And that's usually what they stick in the middle of the movie. There's like, we realized a
Right.
phenomenon where each Jackass movie could have been an hour long. They should have probably been an hour long instead of 90 minutes. Because
They
there's
could have
about...
taken the best clips out of 2.5 and 3.5 and then threw them in the middle 30 minutes of the movies.
Yep, that would have made it better too. Because
take out the fluff.
there is some good stuff in 2.5 and 3.5
Oh, yeah,
that
it's hilarious.
I really like those, and I especially like the documentary style. Because in Jackass 1, it's literally just clip bit to bit to bit to bit
Clip,
to
yeah,
bit to
clip,
bit
clip,
to
clip,
bit,
clip.
and then it's over.
It's a long episode of
Yeah,
Jackass.
which is fine. And that's mostly what the other movies are too. But the other movies do start to add in a little bit of that behind the scenes stuff. You know, you see them getting into costume for the old man and the old woman, or like the decisions that they are making, like right before, or
A
like
lot of how they came up with the bits and
part of like
sort
a
of the process of it.
like one of the best moments of Jackass 2, right, is when Dave England shits himself before
Right.
going in and shitting in the toilet at the hardware store.
Right, it wouldn't have been nearly as funny if he just went in and shit and that was just the bit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny that he shit himself before, it's just like the next day.
Right, and
Or
that's
later
like,
that day he came in and
yeah,
did it.
exactly. And that's like a moment that if they didn't do it sort of like documentary style, like they did, like you're saying, it just totally wouldn't have been as funny of a moment. Because especially, like, I mean, that's when like the cameraman fucking gets out of the car and throws up. There's like so many classic moments just in that scene.
Right.
Of Dave
Very
England
iconic.
taking a shit. I mean, and then even it really makes the payoff of him going into the hardware store and shitting in a toilet for sale, an uninstalled, unhooked up toilet for sale in the middle of like
Ridiculous.
a really run down hardware store. Just walks in
Yeah,
and
like it
takes
was
a
like
shit.
a mom and pop hardware store too. It wasn't like it was Lowe's or anything.
Yeah.
It was just some random hardware store.
It looked like maybe like even like a second hand hardware store or
Yeah,
something,
maybe,
because
yeah.
it was like odds and ends toilets. Like it was really odd.
It was really odd in it. Like blue. He shit in like a blue toilet. I
Right,
think.
yeah, it was. One thing that we noticed also was that Danger Aaron, you know, speaking of Dave England,
This was a big thing that happened a lot big discussion during.
Yeah, Danger Aaron, you might remember him as the toothless guy because he ends up losing his teeth throughout the series. Danger Aaron is a tryhard.
Yep.
He doesn't really fit in with the group in the same way as like everybody else.
The main cast.
You can always tell by his energy that he's trying to win their approval. And even in Jackass 2.5 and in 3.5, they mention like wanting to fuck with Danger Aaron because he's so like he's just fun to fuck with. They don't like him.
They literally said at one point, Danger Aaron is the last person they choose for a bit.
Exactly,
and even he didn't want to do it.
That was especially when that was specifically for the bed of nails in 2.5.
He ended up doing.
Which he ended up doing because he wants their approval so bad.
But then he got really mad at Jeff
because he wouldn't let him off the damn nails.
It was cruel.
Yeah, that was there's definitely a lot to say about that because one, he's laying there and he wants to get off the bed of nails, and and they don't instantly get him off, and that's what scares me. It's like, is there no safe word amongst the Jackass crew to like end the bit instantly, even if it's not life or death? Like, I'm done with this. Get me out of it. Is there really no safe word for the boys? I mean, damn.
I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it.
That's what made me think. Like, I never thought about them having a safe word, but I feel like they can. You know, it's interesting, too, because I noticed that they feel bad for certain people. It's like, whenever they did something to Preston, I feel like they all were just like, oh.
Yeah.
But they didn't really care with Danger Aaron at all. He was just an expendable person to them.
And there was especially, we especially applied this dynamic to the loop that they construct, and they try to race a mini bike around this loop ramp that they've constructed. And it's this really tight loop. And it's a really small, like, crotch rocket. And Danger Aaron, and I can't remember what the other guy's name is, but it's somebody that's not really in the cast.
Castro?
Something like that, yeah. And the whole time he's trying so hard. Danger Aaron is trying so hard to get around this loop so that he can be the first one to do it, but then the other guy does it perfectly like 2 or 3 times, and I don't think Danger Aaron was ever able to do it.
No, but like as soon as he did it, Danger Aaron ran into frame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he was like, woo, woo, you know.
Like,
if
I was part of this!
Yeah, exactly. If I celebrate, I'm a part of it.
But everybody only cares about the dude who did it. Of course, we don't remember his name.
In fact, they zoomed in on him and cut Aaron out of the frame as he like ran forward celebrating. It was
Danger
so
Aaron
pitiful.
It's embarrassing.
It's truly embarrassing.
And he does some is he the one that ate shit, or was that Dave England?
That was Dave England. Yeah, he ate feces.
Talk a lot about the similarities between Dave England and Danger Aaron. And, actually they ended up fighting each other in that one.
Yeah, exactly. In 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
They end up fist fighting, boxing, and it's so funny. So they set up this whole fight. It's so funny the way they set this up. So Dave's like so proud of it. He's like, I've got this great idea. It's called like
Dizzy
roller
boxing.
derby boxing. Yeah, dizzy boxing.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They're going to spin them in office chairs. He's like, me and Aaron are going to be spun around in office chairs, and then we're going to box. And it's like this really gay.
He's really happy about it.
It's like so dumb as they start doing it. And they're like duking it out, literally boxing. And it cuts to these guys that are sitting there in the corner watching it. And he's like, they're like instantly diminishing what they're doing. And they're like, welcome to the DVD extras of Jackass. Because it's
right,
like.
Because everybody knew it was like a bad one. The only person that was being supportive was Chris Pontius.
You're right.
The only person. He's just like, that was good, dudes. Yeah, like that was good. But you could tell he didn't mean it.
Yeah, exactly. And then it ended up that Danger Aaron won. He tried hard enough.
Dave England was
won.
more in shape, but Dave England was swinging with all of his might, had no strategy. Danger Aaron wanted to kick his ass because Dave England, I think, gets more screen time.
I would say so. Yeah,
they're basically the same.
He's
person.
more attractive, and it's like I don't like looking at Danger Aaron. He's ugly.
I don't at all.
I really don't like look. And I mean, as you know, Dave England calls himself a professional shitter in 2.5, or maybe that was it was 2.5.
The fact that he has the ability.
To basically shit on command. Yeah, and they show it a lot in the movie. He shits often. He's always the one shitting. I
feel like I could probably do that.
I don't know, because I tried to shit on the "Make America Great Again" hat, because I thought it would be funny, but I like couldn't do it.
Really?
I couldn't. I kept trying to force out shit, but it wouldn't my body wouldn't let me.
Sometimes I get stage fright and like feel uncomfortable pissing, even when I just hear other people. But I have to think in my head. I might have said this on the podcast before, but I have to think on my head that I'm literally pissing on who's ever talking. That's how it gets me, because it's
so
like,
weird.
It's like animalistic. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like annoyed that they're preventing me from peeing, and I'm like, let me just
Piss on
piss
them.
all over you, and it just starts, and I'm like, take that.
That's so
Fucking
funny.
mark all over you.
It's interesting because there's a lot of, speaking of piss, there's a lot of piss and penis and
A lot of penis.
flaccid penis, ball sacks,
A lot of gay shit.
a lot of gay dildos going up asses, a lot of just stuff going up asses.
Stuff going up asses in general. Beer going up asses.
Rockets being shot out of asses. Yeah, speaking of asses, I have a list here of moments that were with Steve-O's ass.
I thought you were about to like, here's my list of the top 10 Jackass asses.
No, that would be wild.
Chris Pontius one.
Yeah, definitely number one.
Maybe second.
Johnny Knoxville, yeah.
Bam would probably be one of the last because of his dick ass. His scarred ass.
Exactly, yeah, nasty. His branded ass.
Yeah.
So with Steve-O, in the first, I only have 3 written down, but there were so many more that he did with his ass. There was the part where he was tight roping with the alligator, and he had chicken in his ass.
Chicken hanging out his ass. Yep.
Then there was, they shot a rocket out of his ass, and then he boofed a beer in his ass. They poured a beer directly, at one point they like put a beer bottle directly into his ass and poured beer in it, but at first they did it with like one of those, chug things.
Beer funnel.
Yeah, beer funnel.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other things, I don't know, I guess we could talk about Steve-O's ass more. I mean,
Did you just name all of them?
yeah, that was the only ones I wrote down. There might be more,
He
but
does
those are the
lots of
only ones
things
I
with
made
his
notes
ass.
with. Yeah, they definitely like to do stuff with asses. Like Bam had a dildo go up his. I mean, it didn't really go up his ass, but he like had a dildo go up his ass at the top of one of those strength test things that you'd see at like a Clark County fair.
They had Chris Pontius put his dick into a snake enclosure and had the snake bite his dick.
Yeah, it was dressed like a mouse.
Yeah.
And they did where Chris Pontius like did baseball with his penis.
Baseball with his penis. He flew a plane with a string tied to his penis. Took out his penis a lot.
And
they showed Bam's penis when they compared it to the size of a
dildo that they shot at somebody, at something.
Yeah.
There was, in Jackass 2.5, in Jeff Tremaine's office, there's just a version of the Jackass movie poster with Chris Pontius's big flaccid penis on it, and
In
Wee
Jeff
Man
Tremaine's
underneath
office.
it. Yeah, Wee Man underneath it, pointing at big Chris Pontius's big penis. Which I gotta say, we did talk a lot about Chris Pontius's. I mean, they make you talk about it by showing it so often, but I guess, do you think Chris Pontius, I mean, clearly he's a shower, but does it grow much more than that? Because like I was saying,
I would think
when
so.
you see it, when you talk about shower, does that just mean that the length of the penis basically just that gets hard and not much more?
I think it has to get a little harder. Like, I've seen it in porn before, and I'm like, why? I'm like, this man doesn't have that big of a penis, and then the shower ends up being a grower.
Yeah. So I feel like every shower is a grower still.
I feel like grower, not a shower, is like a thing that people with like smaller penises say.
Well, for sure. I mean, yeah.
I can't deny it. I have a small ass flaccid penis.
Right.
It grows to unbelievable heights that I can't believe it gets to.
Yeah, I mean, like mine hasn't grown that much over the years, but it services the need.
Mine
It fills
has
the
to
need
grow
for
to like
sure.
8 to 10 size.
Oh, I would say so as well for me.
In width and girth, length, girth, everything.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, I think we've both seen each other's flaccid and hard penises, and I think we can both agree that they do.
Yeah,
they do definitely
We're
grow.
both definitely growers.
Definitely.
I feel like
a lot
showers
more
are like
sizes.
skinny people.
Yeah.
Like really skinny.
Yeah. I think of like Jordan Turner.
I've never seen his. I did not see your penis, Jordan Turner.
So I guess one of the other moments I'll mention before we get into a larger discussion, largely what will be a larger discussion, is one of the moments that I remember most is the golf cart crash in the very first movie. That was a good sequence. It seems like the boys at the company bought out like an abandoned, or maybe even just staged at an abandoned golf cart, at abandoned golf course, like a mini. They had a bunch of, obstacles that you would shoot your mini golf balls around that they like crashed with their mini golf.
They were like ceramic animals. I think.
Yeah, things that you'd see at like putt-putt, hippos and. there was like a Porky the Pig.
Yeah, they had lots of they had Bugs Bunny, I think.
Yeah, and the guys were just ramping off their golf carts over a bunch of shit, over sand dunes and like that. It was like uneven terrain, smashing through all the ceramic animals, and then eventually Ryan Dunn, in a cruel twist of foreshadowing, drives the thing recklessly over top of this Porky the Pig thing that was already destroyed. And as soon as they hit this ceramic, they go over a kind of like an overhang over this
and land on it.
And land on top of this ceramic thing, and it just basically makes them fall over them. Yeah.
It stops their trajectory and they just fly out. The thing goes smashing down on the ground and lands on Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, he's all contorted, bent at the waist. He's completely all twisted up. Yeah, it threw Ryan Dunn out of his car, and of course, rest in peace, Ryan Dunn tragically died 10 years ago in a car accident in 2011. So, of course, rest in peace to the fallen. And that brings us to what will ultimately be a larger discussion. I made a list of some of the best April, or just any April and Phil moments.
Oh, yeah. Those are some of the best in the movie.
And they're definitely some of the best stuff in the movie. I mean, April and Phil Margera, Bam Margera's parents, are some of the funniest, just naturally funniest people. And yeah, part of it is what Bam does, here, I'll explain some of the things. But they are, especially April, she is fucking hilarious. So hilarious.
A lot of Brenda is based on April.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
I wrote down alligator, where there's just a live alligator in their kitchen, and April and Phil freak out, notably
Is that
April.
a real alligator?
Is that real? Is that real? And I love, we were talking about, she goes upstairs and gets Phil, who must have been in his office or taking a shit or something.
He's probably laying in bed.
He comes downstairs. She's like, is that real? He's like, what? That alligator! He looks at it and she's like, what? Don't you come down and check? As if he's supposed to be on alligator duty at all times. Slapping, when they set up a hidden camera in the bathroom while Phil's taking a shit, and then Bam bursts in and starts slapping the shit out of him. They even parodied that on Family Guy.
Yep.
I've never really been a fan of it. I mean, it's classic, but I always felt bad for Phil. It's interesting because the whole time when Phil's getting the shit slapped out of him while he's shitting, the first thing he says when Bam is finally done, he says, "You're getting really fucked up on that shit now." That's the first thing he says, and it really kind of broke my heart, to be honest with you.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was really sad.
I didn't catch that.
I wrote sled next, where they set up a literal sled coming down the stairs.
The dude on skis came down and broke it.
Guy jumps off of it and then skis right through the front door, breaking the screen door. Preston Swap, where they, in the middle of the night, swapped Preston for Phil, and Preston gets in bed and essentially assaults April.
I don't think he grabbed her tit or anything.
Well, no, but even Preston himself said, I assaulted, because afterwards they ask April, they're like, was he bigger? Was Preston fatter? I mean, not bigger penis. He said, they were like, Bam's like, could you tell? And April's like, I mean, and he's like, was he fatter? Talking about Preston, fatter than Phil. And she kind of blushes. She's like, I mean, and Preston off camera says, it's okay, I assaulted you. You can call me fat. You can say I'm fatter than Phil. He was kind of being self-deprecating in the way that he would. Again, I didn't think it was really, I didn't think that was a very good bit. She said, yeah, he was bigger. She smiled and said, yeah, he was bigger. But you can tell, Phil is definitely huge, but his belly's it's big, but it hangs. Yeah. Preston's is very just still kind of sticking out.
He drinks a lot of beer.
It's not very Angry Grandpa, tumor belly. Angry Grandpa had a tumor belly.
He was pregnant.
Yeah, he looked pregnant with a basketball. There was the meatball where they slingshotted a meatball right into Phil's mouth because of course he's fat and known for eating. That one was just a little quick clip.
Right in his eye though.
Yeah, hit him in the eye.
Yeah.
There was the gorilla where Chris Pontius dressed up as a realistic gorilla and like
That one was
destroyed
good.
their. That one was pretty
hilarious 'cause
good.
Chris did a really good job.
He did.
It was a really convincing gorilla.
They even had like it was like they really pranked Phil and April on this. They like come back to their hotel suite. There's a gorilla in there. It's like, okay, this is like, and this is Jackass 3, by the way. And so this is like a hearkening back to the first movie. So it's like where the alligator. So it's like, this could be real, you know? So then the gorilla starts destroying the room. They start freaking out. The gorilla handler, fake, of course, comes in. The gorilla, like, knocks him out. They're really freaking out. It's hilarious. Scares the shit literally out of Phil, who already had to shit, which reminded me of my dad, Dennis, who passed away. He... Not really. I keep saying, I've noticed I've said that like to somebody else before, and I think I just said the same thing to Taylor. I was like, and my dad's dead, and she was like, wait, what? And I'm like, well, to me. I'm like, he's not really dead, but my dad died 2 years ago to me. Really hilarious clip, because then they go back in and they're like, where's Phil? And he's literally on the toilet taking a shit, because it scared the shit out of him.
That was good.
And then there's also, in Jackass 3, which we had talked about since the first movie, the clip where they super glue like Phil's chest hair, and rip it out, and then it turns into another super glue. Anyway, needless to say, April and Phil are a huge part of the Jackass movies. In fact, they expanded the Jackass universe with Viva La Bam.
Yeah, and they did a really good job. That's like, you can't like think of Jackass without thinking of
exactly.
Viva La Bam.
I love Viva La Bam. I wish I hadn't.
Such a
I
good
think
show.
I traded in my DVDs. I hope I didn't, because it's such a good show, but I think I did, because I'm like, well, I'm never going to watch it again. But it's a really good show.
Yes, we would.
If you haven't checked that out, definitely worth checking out. Bam Margera gets his own spinoff of Jackass where he just fucks with Phil and April every episode. Such a great idea. Such a great way to spin off the series, and it worked. You know, like a good 3 seasons. Introduces some good characters like Don Vito, Bam's pedophile uncle, who dies. And like died of a heart attack. Yeah, I think so. He was arrested. But folks, Bam Margera
needs to get his act together.
Has a huge alcohol problem. Other things too. Does he have other problems? Is he on the drugs, or is it just really alcohol these days that is his issue?
I think he was doing a little bit of maybe Xanax and drinking at some point, maybe like cocaine, but I think it's mainly alcohol.
Yeah, it's definitely been exacerbated. Of course, like we were saying, the Jackass movies and guys were like fueled by drugs and alcohol.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Steve-O was always on cocaine, you know, and like we were talking about with Xanax and all the alcohol.
It always stood out to me when Steve-O said, like, he always tells this goddamn story, because Steve-O tells the same damn stories all the time, and I don't know why I watch this shit, but I do. But it always blows my mind when he talks about it. He's like, I knew when Johnny Knoxville told me I had a drug problem, I really had a drug problem. You're like, Johnny Knoxville is telling me I have a drug problem.
I love that. I would love to hang out with Johnny Knoxville. He seems like the coolest of them.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, he's the richest.
Well, for sure, yeah, for sure.
$75 million.
And he should be, because he hurt his pee-pee. He broke his pee-pee working on Jackass.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he still, puts it in things, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's married, I think.
Well, I don't know if he gets the pleasure out of it anymore.
No, I have no idea if it works.
With this much, like, experimenting, I mean, he had that one scene where they literally just fingered his prostate.
Yeah, literally for no reason. Just, they fingered his prostate and then did a sperm count on him, too. That was in Jackass 2.5. It's interesting, but but Bam Margera, back on topic.
Yeah.
He's gone off the deep end, especially since, so Jackass 3 aired in 2010. And then in 2011, as we mentioned, Ryan Dunn died tragically in a car accident. And, it was definitely a tragedy. It didn't affect me personally like Paul Walker, did with all the, and I'm sure...
I thought you were going to say with me, I was like, it didn't really affect me.
No, I just mean like with, Fast and Furious fans were really affected by the death of Paul Walker. Hey, Jackass fans were really affected by the death of Ryan Dunn. It didn't really affect me. God's honest truth, it didn't really register to me who he was. Like, when I had to look his name up, you know what I mean?
What?
Like, when he died, I'm like, oh, that one, you know what I mean?
Did?
Yeah. Sorry to say. Now, of course, he's, like, classic to me. Of course, like, I recognize him. I remember all of his stuff, So definitely rest in peace. And the biggest thing is he was Bam's best friend. He even carries that. Yeah, and he carries that role over into Viva La Bam, too. He's definitely an honorary cast member of that show.
I wouldn't even just say honorary.
And Bam has just been absolutely devastated by the young man's death. It was his best friend, and I mean, I could totally relate. I mean, I couldn't imagine losing my best friend or anybody that close to me, and imagining having to live the rest of my life without them. I mean, it would be tragic.
To be and to go through as much shit as they went through.
Yeah, exactly.
They did a lot together.
And
and
you know, it's also it's double. It's like he was already having alcohol problems beforehand because his life as a Jackass person was basically over. I mean, there was no reason to suspect that there was going to be any new Jackass content anytime soon, even though it was super successful. There was no talks of anything at the time. So it was kind of like, okay, you know, the gang, it's over, so what do I do now? You know, so that was already depressing him. Then his best friend dies, and it just is really, I know it's been 10 years, but Bam is in a terrible place. He's a horrible alcoholic.
Yeah.
He's gone to rehab multiple times. He's relapsed. He's been on celebrity rehab with Dr. Drew.
Definitely has developed mental illness.
Yeah. He's been on Dr. Phil. He's done like a lot of really depressing appearances.
Scott has posted crazy fucking rants online and take them down. Did you see that one where like somebody literally came in, caught him doing it, like made him get off of Instagram?
Oh my God, no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
It's really a shame, honestly. Yeah. There was a time when Bam got clean, and it was, listen, so over the years that it was like, well, Dunn died and Bam's not clean enough, so we're not doing another Jackass movie. And it's like, well, the ship's sailed, you know.
We had talked about it for forever, and then we had been seeing rumors like where the people were being like, yeah, we'd do it if Bam got his shit together.
Exactly.
And we're on the sidelines going, come on, Bam.
Yeah, exactly. We were rooting for him, like, as a person, but also for our own, you know.
We want Jackass.
We want to see more Jackass, you know. We like our boys. So eventually we hear that, yeah, they are going to make Jackass 4, and yes, Bam is clean enough to appear, and yes, they've even started filming some stuff.
Yeah, and I remember listening to a podcast that Bam was on with these like skateboarders that I sometimes listen to, and he was talking all about it, and he seemed really good, like the most coherent I'd seen him in a while. He started skateboarding again. He had to teach himself how to skateboard again, which
is sad because he began as a skateboarder.
Yeah, he's a pro skateboarder.
For those that don't know, the whole Jackass was born out of the skateboard community because it started in Big Brother magazine, right? Is that what it was called? Big Brother magazine, which was a skateboard publication,
which I think Jeff Tremaine was a part of.
Yeah, and Johnny Knoxville started doing like stunts for the magazine, and then that's kind of how the ball got rolling. So Bam Margera, Bam Margera was a skateboarder, so he knew, you know, he obviously was familiar with the you know, blah blah blah. The rest is history.
Had made those CKY movies, which a lot of the clips he had from there ended up going into Jackass, the show.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really born out of the skate community without skating, and that there's a lot of skating in all of the movies. So it's definitely ingrained in that, you know, BMX legend Matt Hoffman's in it. Tony Hawk, skateboard legend Tony Hawk is a part of it. Yeah,
like Eric Costin's just like a pro skateboarder,
right?
Like that's all. I guess Tony Hawk is too,
but he's also
less mainstream pro skate. Mainstream for the skate world, not mainstream for like everybody.
But out of nowhere, something happened on set of Jackass 4, and Bam Margera must have relapsed or something, and he posted a really unhinged rant against Paramount, against Jeff Tremaine, against Johnny Knoxville, against really everybody, saying like they were torturing him, basically, on set, right?
He said that because they were like loading him up with the mental health meds cocktail, which obviously I have had before, and it does not feel nice. And he said that they kicked him off because he refused to take the meds they gave him. We can safely, you know, think that there's probably more to it.
Yeah,
because they said the only way we'll do this, man, is if like you get your shit together.
Yeah, and it's like, so it's really sad that they, you know, got it all together, thought they were red, got it greenlit, you know, with Bam, and by that point, it's like, well, shit, he's actually not good enough to do this. But then Paramount's like, but we already invested the money, so like you got to still make the movie.
He basically disowned everybody too.
Yeah, and he got fired.
He said he hated Jeff Tremaine. He never wanted anything to do with him again.
And it's so sad. And now he's just a guy on Cameo.
Yeah.
I watched his cameo. I watched one of his cameos because, like, I've been fascinated. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. But every day I see a new ad on Facebook. You can like just scroll through all these different profiles on Cameo, and I just scroll through it, and I'm like, who's that? You know, it's just that's what's fun to me. I don't have it. And sometimes if I notice somebody, or even I'll click on it, and I'm like, well, who the fuck is that? And I'll click on it just to see what the hell kind of cameos they're making.
If they had Doctor Now.
Right, exactly. And so I watched one of Bam's, and it was literally like, it's like $50 or something like that, maybe more. And it was a 1-minute clip, and he basically just read the little description that the guy said, and then that was it. I'd be so disappointed in that. I'd be disappointed with any cameo, just because I don't get it. I don't get it, you know what I mean? Like, paying for a message from it's not genuine.
Right, it's like, I feel like the only thing it serves is to be like, look at this message that Gilbert Gottfried sent me.
Right, but it's like, well, yeah, somebody paid that for that on Cameo. You know what I mean? Right, it's like, it reminds me.
It'd be cooler back in the day when like celebrities were more of a thing, but not everybody's a celebrity. Like it's like nobody gets excited. Like if a celebrity tweets back at me, if I ever tweet back, I'm like not that excited.
Yeah, exactly. I used to take a screenshot and be like, Anthony Rapp from the original Broadway cast of Rent liked my tweet. You know what I mean? Right, I'm like, I don't care.
I've had it happen lots of times.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's cool,
right.
But it's like they are just a person.
Right. And it's just, I don't get it. I don't get Cameo at all. I don't get it. And I'm not complaining, because of course it would be great to just be like, oh yeah, hey Martin, your friend wanted me to wish you happy birthday, so happy birthday, and get like $100. I mean, that'd be cool.
Here you got a new girlfriend, congrats.
But I just think it's so gay. April and Phil are on Cameo as well, though. Now that is somebody that's just somebody random that I would like. I wouldn't.
You're saying it wouldn't warm you heart if they're like, hey Zach.
I guess it would, but it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
I'd almost rather you just have like a 5-minute FaceTime with them.
Exactly, to where at least I could talk to him. Like, yeah, right, exactly. That's a much, because at least then I could say something to them, which would be much more meaningful than them saying something generic to me. I would love to talk to Phil and like if I had a chance, like if you're gonna spend money, you might as well spend a little extra money for the one-on-one call, like if that was an option. And if I get a call with April and Phil, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, guys, like I really thought you are just naturally funny. You know, I really liked seeing you guys on. Yeah. I just think like that would be. I just really, you know what I mean. That would be cool.
Nice
yeah, like
face, instead of getting some impersonal message where you don't even get to respond back.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd be like, I just think thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Like, yeah, I really that means more than I mean, they took the time to record a video, but it's like you can tell they don't. A lot of them don't put much work into it.
Right, and it's like not worth the money of like doing it, because it's like even if $50 is a lot of money even for a 5-minute FaceTime call.
Yeah, and sometimes they only submit a 1-minute video. I remember somebody This Might Get Weird, which is Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart's podcast. I don't think you'd be interested in of course, so. But they've mentioned a couple times that they've like bought cameos as like jokes, and then they like played them on the show. That was like one of the things. They're like, let's make a cameo. Let's like go buy a bunch of cameos for each other and like play it because it would be funny. Like it was kind of funny, but it wasn't. You know.
Did they get people they knew?
Yeah, it was like people that they were fans of, or like people that were random. Like it was like somebody from like New Kids on the Block, you know, and like just shit like somebody. It was cringe, but somebody from like The Real Housewives, you know, like stupid shit like that. But they used it in a way like they were like, but we'll just like provide fake shit. And like it was like, hey Mamrie, so sorry to hear you had to have your nipple removed, you know, something like it. Like that's kind of funny, but like, and even Rhett and Link on Ear Biscuits when I was driving down here for Lily went to college, Link's oldest daughter.
Oh my God, how the time flies!
Yeah, Link's oldest child just moved out, and they were talking about that on a whole episode of Ear Biscuits. It was a pretty good episode. You know, he was talking about how he kind of prepared. This is way off topic, but
Lincoln must be a teenager these days.
Yeah, he'll be graduating soon, I guess. But he talked about how they celebrated by buying a bunch of cameos from people from Survivor because they watched Survivor as a family. And, like, she really loved it, I guess. Whatever. I mean, if it makes people happy, I'm not going to shit on it. But it is just, it's weird. It's really weird. And it makes, there's so many people on there, and it's like, you're not a celebrity. But I have thought that it would make a really good game for Is It? You know, is this person on Cameo for that game that we've been playing on the show? So I think that'll be a future one.
I think that's a good one.
Is this person on Cameo? And it could change at any time. But anyway, all that to say, Bam Margera not being in Jackass 4 is going to be a huge blow to begin with.
Yeah.
Part of the appeal is that all the boys are back together, right? Well, but they're not.
We're only missing 2, though.
You're right. And it's
4.
like, they'll...
April.
And Phil, yeah.
Bam,
You're missing a
Ryan.
huge section of it. You know, that's a huge
Like, the
part.
rest of the cast is just kind of We got Knoxville and Johnny, Chris.
Yeah, it's like the people that are confirmed are like it's like Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O, and then like Chris Pontius, Wee Man, Preston, Danger Aaron, and Dave England. Woohoo! You know, and then some new people, you know, but it's like a lot of those people are kind of lame.
If Eric Andre joined the cast, I wouldn't be upset, though.
That would be cool. One thing I will not accept, though, and what I will not go to see, is if, like, they decide to do, like, Jackass 5.
Zach, we're going to go see
No,
it.
listen,
What are you talking about?
listen. If it's Jackass 5 and it's, like, a completely new cast...
You will absolutely
No,
see
I
it.
wouldn't. You
Yes.
would?
You would absolutely go.
Are you serious? A completely new cast for Jackass 5?
Yeah, you'd be like pissed about it, but you'd still go. You're like, well, I gotta
Out
go
of curiosity.
Yeah, I gotta go, like at least see.
Well, at that point, I would hope that it's a straight to streaming release, like they're talking about doing with 4.5, if it does actually exist. They said that it was going to be on Netflix.
You would watch it. There's no doubt about it.
I guess I would watch it, but it would be like a hate watch, and then we'd talk about it on the show, like how
Like
bad it
Borat
was.
too,
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
watch. Yep.
But folks, if you haven't checked out the Jackass movies, I definitely think you should. It's some 90s and early 2000s great content. You gotta watch it. We can't let this shit go into obscurity. I don't think we should, and it's coming back. It might take until 2022 because of this damn virus, but as long as it comes out, I'll be happy with it. But you know, my expectations are really, really low because lately... all these reboots and these revivals and these sequels that are coming years and years and years after the lightning struck, you can't capture that lightning in a bottle again.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that now so much time, and I think they're cognizant of this, and so I think that helps. Like, they might be aware of it and be able to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody thinks that they might be too old for it. It might be too past the time, you know.
I think they're trying to make up for it.
Can they even do some... They would not be able to get away with the skit where they had Danger Aaron portray a terrorist today. They couldn't make it today.
True. Like, will it be more with the times?
Is it going to be... You know, and I don't want to
Will it
just
be
see...
inclusive? Will there be transgender people?
Right. I don't want to see, like, another big... Like, Spike Jonze playing the bad grandma. Is that offensive these days? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you get an actual grandma to play her?
Right, and sometimes they do, and sometimes it's like, I don't know, it's just...
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Folks, we were supposed to watch it this week, but granted, when it does come out, we're going to review it, so you might want to get caught up by then, because we're going to review it, and you're going to want to hear about it. So, folks, watch Jackass, Jackass 2, Jackass 2.5, Jackass 3, Jackass 3.5, and hell, if you're feeling adventurous, Viva La Bam, Jackass the series, and if you're feeling really adventurous, Bad Grandpa 0.5. Plenty of Jackass content for you to watch.
Watch the Jackass, the show.
Exactly.
Wild Boys.
Wild Boys, yep, another spinoff. There's plenty of Jackass
Steve-O's
content to
stand-up
keep
shit.
you up and get up to date because Jackass Forever is coming. Hopefully we'll be watching it in person again, and we'll continue this tradition of grand Jackass watchery.
Yeah.
Until next time, folks. You farted off the damn windscreen. Stay moat, folks.
Thanks.
Stay moat.
You people don't do anything.